Tell me about a Boy. You have a brand new series coming up.
I have a brand new comedy on NBC called About a Boy. It's created by Jason Katims, who is the creator of Parenthood and Friday Night Lights. It was directed by Jon Favreau, who directed huge movies like Elf and Iron Man, and was in Swingers. He's big time. So we have this sort of dream team, Mini Drivers in it. And we basically, it's a story of this sort of man-child. I play this guy, Will Freeman. He's a man-child who likes to eat meat and sleep with a lot of women and play video games. And he's got his life sort of all figured out. He made a bunch of money making a song 8 years ago. He collects royalties. And then this weird neighbor kid moves next door, Mini Driver's son, played by Benjamin Stockham, and kind of invades my personal space. I find it very annoying. But then I pretend that he's my son to make love to another woman, and it works, and then it all falls apart. But basically, the series, that's the pilot episode, and then the series is this kind of story of a family forming, an unlikely family, where I become really good friends with this weird 11-year-old boy. There
was the movie back with Hugh Grant, but there's also a novel that kind of kicked everything off. Do you base any of this on the movie or the novel, or you kind of take the premises and get it from there?
Yeah, it's a good question. So our pilot episode basically takes care of the plot of the movie and the book. So come episode 2, we're kind of in unfamiliar territory, you know, things that people who love the book and love the movie, they won't have seen. And it's basically these wonderful characters that Nick Hornby, the author of the book, created, and now we get to see them go on sort of see what their life would be like after the movie, and there's a lot of cool, fun stuff to do. My favorite part about the show is really the incredible writing, so I get to act in really fun, kind of layered, organic scenes, and also just the cast. Mini Driver is super fun and funny and talented, and the little kid is weird, but I love him, and we just tease each other all day. So it's like, yeah, he's an only child, so off the set, you know, I'm kind of like this big brother, or he's almost like my big brother sometimes. He's more mature than me.
His name's Benjamin, right?
Benjamin Stockham, yeah.
I've been watching all these interviews that you've been doing, and he's always like right there next to you. Do you feel kind of alone and lost in the world without him?
Yeah, I'm super nervous right now. I need him. I keep going like this, and there's just no one there.
And he's not there. Okay, so I've seen a couple of the clips. There's one where you guys are like eating ribs. 9.
Delicious.
How many did you actually have to eat to get through those?
They had bought about 40 pounds of pork ribs. And after a certain point, because the ribs are delicious, they're really delicious. But after a certain point, anything becomes a little gross. So they have a little trick in the trade called a spit bucket. And so you'll do the take, and you'll be eating, and you'll kind of be in your mouth, and then they'll yell cut, and you just are like, blah, into a bucket. It's great. It's actually fun. You know, it's rare that you get to...
It's the best part of the job.
You get to hurl sort of chewed meat into a bucket and people think it's super normal.
Yeah. You went to Brown.
Yeah.
What was that experience like living in Providence?
I loved it. I thought Providence is a beautiful city. And when I was there, I graduated in 2001, and it was, you know, it was really being, they started calling it the Renaissance City when I was there. And I've heard, I haven't been back in a while, but I've heard that it's just kept going, and it's just really a beautiful, lovely place to live. So, no, I have a special place in my heart. I loved Brown, and I wish I could be here more, frankly.
Well, you can always come visit.
Yeah.
What were Providence has amazing food,
yep.
as we all know. What were some of your favorite places to eat?
Oh, that's a tough question. I don't remember the names of the restaurants, to be honest. Stop the interview and give me a couple.
Okay.
Anything you want to plug? Any advertisers?
Right. That's probably true. Did you go to Federal Hill at all? Did you stay on the east side?
Yeah, well, I couldn't afford a lot of the nice restaurants, so I would try to get my parents to come down who lived in Boston and treat, you know, their college son to a nice dinner. But mostly I would just eat like Spike's hot dogs.
Spike's.
Yeah. I did the Spike's. I never got on the wall, thank God, for eating, I don't know how many. 20 or something. Oh,
something. You needed the spit bucket.
Yeah, if I'd had a spit bucket, I would have done it.
You could have gone all the way.
But yeah, Spike's and Louis. I lived across the street from Louis' Diner, so I would go there quite a bit and just get a couple eggs over medium, some toast, call it a day.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
What'd you study at Brown? Because you're this big actor now.
Yeah, I did a lot of theater at Brown. I was a psychology major, but yeah, I did a lot of the school productions and the student productions at the production workshop. Yeah. So it's got such emotional complexity that I think you will get misty-eyed watching the show at weird places, and just I think that's kind of what separates it. You'll be so connected to the characters that you're going to be feeling the joy and also some of the, I guess, the tenderness, you'd say. So I think that's what makes our show special.
Who do you think should watch? Who does this stick out to?
You know, they test these shows, so they do all these. They get a random swath of humanity and they put them in a theater, and then they screen it, and everyone has dials, and they turn the dial up when they're enjoying themselves, and they turn the dial down when they're not having fun, and you see this graph, and each person represents a demo. So you have, you know, older males, you know, young males and girls, married people, single people. This show was tested extremely high across the entire swath. So I think that's why NBC is pushing it so hard, and that's why I think the show will be a success. It just appeals at a very core level to any real human, because it's about real things, and it tells old-fashioned good stories.
Do you play musical instruments?
You know, my character plays the guitar, and I'm getting some calluses.
Nice.
My wife got me a cool acoustic guitar for Christmas. I've been playing, and then in upcoming episodes I have to sing, which is terrifying.
Amazing.
Yeah, shower singer to singing in front of millions of people. That's a leap I am not comfortable with at all.
What? Have you practiced?
I have, yeah.
What do you sing?
I can't tell you that.
Can you give us a little sneak peek?
That's all I'll give you.
That's it?
No, that's
no
just
words?
my warm-up.
Oh.
No, I can't. That part I can't, but I sing, and it's surprising. You have to watch.
Well, I think we will watch.
Yeah.